beautiful blessings to you, gift of creation. Thank you for being here. Here are words from the 14th century Catholic mystic and priest, Meister Eckhart. I've used this quote for over 4 decades. Quote, "The soul grows by subtraction, not addition." End of quote. One of the mystical ones that touches Rev deeply is Saint Bernadette. Very uneducated and very poor, who Mama Mary came to visit this 14-year-old in 1858 in the grotto at Lourdes, France. 18 times they had this visit, and with witnesses around. And here's a simple but powerful quote by Bernadette. Quote, "My job is to inform, not to convince." End of quote. She was so persecuted and mocked because of these 18 apparitions of Mama Mary, too mystical for most of the people out there. The following that I'm going to share, many will not believe what I'm about to share with you, but that's okay. You know, someone taught me my job is to inform and not to convince. As a kid connected to God through creation, I knew there was this much more. I knew there was more than what I heard most people talking about, even as a kid. And we did not attend an institution of faith. Ever since I can remember, I've experienced the mystical wonders of God and the mystical ones who came to me. A couple weeks ago, I was having a long video chat with my friend Sparkle Ruse. Divine white orbs were zipping around me. I was out at the kitchen table talking to him, and I was being loved on real gooder from these higher ones, from these white orbs. And then around about a week and a half later, I had a 3-video hour chat with my friend Michelle. Again, the white divine orbs were flying around me, loving on me. There was also these mystical lightning flashes, small ones, around me, manifesting pure love. Later in our conversation, Michelle first noticed there was this double glory cloud over me. Glory clouds are amazing, transforming visitations from the higher realms. These were nudges for Rev to do what I was supposed to do in 2024, which was to create videos on the mystical ones, official saints, and other mystical people. These beings of the more have demonstrated to us how to access the more, the divine ways, and the divine love. We all have access to what the mystics had access to, but they were not tied down to those lower 3D ways. I call it the cube. Yes, they had to live in the 3D ways, but they knew within and beyond there was so much more to experience by subtraction. The following day after amazing video chat with Michelle, I saw beautiful energies of lights in my right side vision. Because of chronic Lyme, I've lost some of my peripheral vision, but I kept seeing these glorious lights forming and shaping, these glorious images of a figure appearing and manifesting to me. These were not lights, images from a 3D cube world. So to my right into the living room, there we have a 4-foot statue of Mama Mary and Joseph and baby Yeshua. Sometimes it's there in the studio. We also have on the wall a famous painting of Mama Mary holding a lamb in one arm and baby Yeshua in their other arm. And it's called The Innocents. We also have an artwork from our son of the Lakota Sacred Circle with the collars of each direction. And there's 2 majors also in there. So very high loving waves were coming from this light that was over all those things in that corner of the living room I was sharing with. It was Mama Mary, who has appeared to me several times, and even with others around me to witness her arrival. This time, Mama Mary was just for me and Takini, our mystical fur baby. I found out the more grounded we are in the 3D ways, we are missing so much of what God has for us each day. The last video is my 5th episode on how we are mystical beings, and one of the ways I've learned this was through these mystical ones. So, incredible souls of the amazing more, Rev is going to start creating videos on these amazing humans, female and male, that are in and through the divine energies. They could bilocate, they could pray in ways that are like the throne room is within them. Many of these beautiful souls had the wounds of Yeshua HaMashiach, of Jesus, the gifts of incredible prophecy, the gifts of knowing the divine thoughts and ways, the gifts of being pure vessels of divine love and writing and just being in touch and moving and flowing in the divine flow. Some lived just on the Eucharist communion for years. Many would go into ecstasy and would rise off the floor. Some would float to the treetops. These mystic ones knew down deep there was so much more, and the less involved they were in the 3D cultures, the cube, the more they could be and do for why they were here in remarkable, remarkable ways. Most of these precious beings of the mystical more were persecuted by their peers and by their church leaders. They knew way down deep within them the divine was flowing freely, and the way they took their negative actions against them was in itself mystical, which took them to deeper depths of the much more. Rev has learned so much about the more the last 43 years of experiencing their ways and the mystical blessings of the more. Each one of us has access to the mystical more. We are gifts of the more. Beautiful souls, we are gifts. Next time, I will share some on Saint Maria of Jesus Crucified, who was from Palestine. I was sharing one day at the Maria Stein Shrine, and she appeared in the dome ceiling. Rev is so blessed. You be blessed in amazing, beautiful, divine, transforming ways. Till next time.